Okay, guys. Anyway, in the last session, we spoke about what are the different types of intermediaries in the name of wholesaler, retailers, logistics operations. Now, this class, I would like to continue and talk on that. What are the functions of distribution channel? Mostly, we are thinking like producer only producing the products, and the end user is start to use of the product. So, what kind of roles and responsibilities generally will have by the distributors? Nothing. They are just end to end transferring of the products. But apart from that, they were also actively participating many other roles in or while distribution of the products. Now, in this class, we can able to see what kind of functions they used to have. Now, before that, we must be understand the distributors are playing everywhere in every industry as an ultimate role. Without a proper distribution channel, without proper intermediaries, we cannot able to get by the products. Of course, we are paying money, but even though to find out by the appropriate distribution channel also to be like a challenging task. So the gap or the bridge will be fulfilled by with the help of a strong distribution channel. Nowadays, you can able to find out the distribution channels are very strong, not only in domestic, in the global connectivity. Any corner of the world nowadays, you can transfer, you can distribute any kind of product because of the distribution channel was spread to all over the world. Now we'll see that the functions of the distribution channel. So in the distribution channel, you can imagine the people are like agents, brokers, or wholesalers, retailers, whoever it is, logistics operation fellows, and everybody will be involving in this distribution channel. Now, the first foremost functioning is on sorting. As we know very well, the middleman won't be work only for the sake of your company because he is having a strong distribution channel. So at a time he will be tied up with the multiple companies. They will tie up with your company and he will import the plastic, and some other company he will import electronic gadgets. Some other company they will import food grains. Some other company some sort of commodities. So different products. These products are by nature which is going to be differ quality, quantity, color, design, packing. Everywhere we have different kinds of differentiations. But being a distribution channel member, what you're supposed to do is you need to be identify what are all homogeneous products, what are all heterogeneous products. Sometimes what will happen according to his convenience, like all these products are we need to be transferred or we need to be distributed to the US or France or Britain. Now according to that, he will be grouping by the products also. Or all these products are to be perishable, so we can keep it in one packing and we can able to keep it in one container. So according to the requirements, the distribution channel members will be sorting by the products. Second one, accumulation. So in the point of accumulation, where which is going to be involved larger in quantity, because smaller quantity if you are export or import, you won't get any kind of benefit. A common example you can see like a entertainment industry, PVR or Inox or something else. The moment when they are ready to screen, they will be required minimum audience like 50 or 70 is going to be required, then only they will be meet their electricity charges, air conditioner charges. If the audience are less than 10 or something else, you cannot able to meet the expenditure. So what the entertainment industry people will do, they will give you an alternative ticket. Sir, today numbers are very very low, we cannot able to run the show, so you can better to come by tomorrow, we will arrange the show for you, or some other day they will return the ticket, or if at all required they will refund the money also. So here also, the distribution channels, while they are exporting, importing, or distributing, or supplying one place to another place, they will be think that it should be required minimum flow. Otherwise, they cannot able to actually participate. Third one, allocation. So what we need to be allocated. Allocation is one of the primary duty of the distribution channel, because the producer or somebody has given the products to the distribution channel for the sake of delivering by the people. So in this delivery process, you need to be take utmost care, because before hand it over the products to the distribution channel, he would have informed you this is glass item, this is metal item. So according to that, what you supposed to do is you need to take proper care on the products. And also he may request to the distribution channels, I'm giving you larger in quantity, and this larger quantity you need to be split to the different parts. For example, I have given you 100 kgs worth of iron. Now I'm giving instruction to the distribution channel, while you are dispatching, distribute to the people by 5 kg or 10 kg worth of quantity. So ultimately what will happen, according to the market demand or market lots or the requirement of the people, accordingly the big bundle is going to be split up to the different parts and distributed to the different places. That role also will be performed by the distribution channels. Next one, assorting. I already told you, middlemen will be handling with the different varieties of the products from the different sources. It is just like a chartered accountant. So what chartered accountants or CS will do, they will tie up with the multiple companies and they will see their transactions, profit and loss accounts, balance sheet, and relatively they will be signed it. So same like that here also, the companies what they will do, different sources, they will be getting input materials or inputs, and they will get it at the same time, they will acknowledge to the producer, definitely so and so date, so and so time, definitely we will be deliver the products to them, because of the time duration, because of the distribution channel network, how frequently they are visiting those places, and relatively they will be allocating the appropriate time. So retailers also collect the varieties of the products. Next, product promotion. So what is this product promotion? We used to know that only the manufacturers only will be giving you advertisement or promotions about to the product. But sometimes what will happen, without involvement of the producers, also the distribution channels will be taking the active place. Amazon is giving advertisement. Flipkart is giving advertisement. Are they producing any products? No, they are not producing any product. But they were tie up with the producers. They are giving promotions. They are giving advertisement to the public whatever product you require. You just log on to the Amazon app. You will able to get it. So the producer role also has taken care of by the distribution channels, promotion of the companies. So ultimately, what will happen by giving these kind of promotions, companies also would have attracted. Okay, Amazon is giving very good advertisement, and the recent surveys also I found that more than 25 crores of people were downloaded Amazon app. If I would have joined in Amazon, then definitely Amazon customers will buy my product. So in that way also, the producers or companies also may attract to sell their products through the Amazon. In advancedly, what people are doing, they will be actively involvement of the sales promotion activities also. If at all required, the intermediaries will approach the people, they will guide them, they will give you demonstration how to use of the product, what kind of features are available in the product, and what is the rating of the product, who are the producers, guarantee, warranty, terms and conditions. Everything will be explained to the particular customers. So that what will happen, customers also will be happy because of this product is having guarantee and warranty. I have seen recently the solar products, amazing. They are giving a guarantee warranty for 20 years for the solar products. If anybody want to buy, of course, it is a one time a big investment. But even though once you start to buy the solar panels, the guarantee is 20 years. That will be really helpful for you. So, like these kind of demonstrations and offers guarantees, also people will be attracted to continue with your companies. So, product related promotion not only or it is not compulsory only for the producers, but also that the middlemen, intermediaries also will be actively participating to give advertisement on behalf of the companies. Next one, negotiation. This is one of the important tool in India. Very regularly, many films we are watching. The family ladies are generally ladies, what they are experts for doing the negotiation in vegetable shop. Even people are not decreasing their prices. After bought all the products, extra they will ask curry leaf or coriander, something else they want to expect from the vegetable shop. No, so here also we are going to have the contracts or the agreements between producer to distribution channel, which is not too strong. You can able to accept terms and conditions. You can able to see the price negotiation. If everything is okay between the producers and the distributors, they can start to go for the contract. So that kind of negotiation also will be permitted while you are going to purchase the products. And recently also we have seen that different apps in the name of OLX. I want to sell my laptop through OLX. The price is 10,000. Now immediately opposite side the buyer will ask the questions, configuration and everything, and then he will put one question. Is there any negotiation? If you say yes, then you can able to bargain. So between 8,000 9,000, you can able to sell your product. And the buyer also will be happy. 10,000 rupees he said and he is selling to me for the 8,000 rupees. So the bargaining is also one of the important tool where we can able to find out people are happy when they are trying to buy up the products. And the next one is risk taking. As we know that as a finance students, without risk there is no business. Where there is a high risk, from there we are able to get by the high returns. So risk taking is completely headache of the distribution channels. When they are involved in the distribution of the product, and once you are make the payment, it is a responsibility of the distribution channels to deliver the safeguard of the product in the particular destination. Product related any damage comes, he is the responsible. Sometimes fire accident or sometimes general accident and insurance, all these things will be, all the headaches are responsibility of the distribution channel. That should not be a responsibility of the producers. Sometimes the goods are in transaction may theft, spoil, damage, whatever it is. All the distractions, all the risk factors, it has to taken care of by the distribution channel members only. And no other person is going to be responsible because whatever the price was paying by the producers, which is going to be contained by the all these aspects. Your one of the major duties safely you need to deliver the product to the particular destination. In between anything happen, you are the held responsible. Sometimes the companies will be saying like act of God or some other reasons, the goods are damaged or something else. But even though by the time the judiciary will be interfered, will be resolving by the issues. Okay, after the functions of the distribution channel, I would like to continue and talk on that. How many types of distribution channels we have? In the very beginning of my class, we spoke about intermediaries. They are like a wholesaler, retailers, logistics companies. Now, here also will be replicating by the same content. Types of channels are channel levels. A distribution channel which is going to be connect with the producers and the consumers. This is we know very well. They are the intermediaries between the producers and the consumers. Without these people, producer cannot able to direct or producer cannot be served directly products to the buyers, and the buyers also cannot able to go to the companies and buying of the product because the manufacturing company was located somewhere in Mumbai or Delhi or somewhere else. So we cannot able to go. So all these facilities will be handled or taken care of by the distribution channels only. But here the problem is what kind of distribution channels we need to be select. That is the challenging task for the companies. If the company is very close to my home and they are also encouraging like a retail outlets outside of the factory, in that case I will directly approach to them and I can able to buy it. So that is going to be comes under zero level channel. You can see in the next slide. So producer is here and the consumer. So where the products are producing, whereas consumers are also directly involved or directly they are contacting with the producers and buying of their products, or else the producers are directly contact with the consumers. It is just like a Bata showroom. So what Bata companies are doing is they are manufacturing their products and they themselves started their own outlets, and directly from Bata company to directly they are selling to the consumers. So here nobody is involving, so that this is going to be called as direct channel, or it is also called as a zero level because no intermediary was involved. Second one, producer consumer between one person was involved. So this is called as a one level. Next, producer consumer between two people or two distribution channels are involved. So this is called as a two level channel. From the producer consumer, here three levels are involved. So this is called as a three level channel. Now we'll see detail. As I already told you that direct channel. Here I have given example like sometimes what people will do is like I want to buy the product from the company, buy directly. And the company also having an facility. If you give me a call, I will deliver the products. If you mail me your order, I will deliver the products. So these kind of offers also will be giving by the companies. In that situation also, you can directly contact the company and you can get your products. And indirect channel. So this is going to be called as a zero level, or simply you can call it as a direct channel. Second one is indirect. So here we can see that one, two, three levels. So this is going to be called as first one direct, and next two, three, four. Two, three, four will be called as a indirect channels. So first one level channel. So in the one level channel, what it was happened is between producer to consumer, only one intermediary was involved. So here I have given example like a car. So in this example, what it was happened is the companies, they will sell their products to their approved retailers. So in your showroom, you need to be sell only by my products. So these showrooms or retail outlets will be spread all over the state or all over the India. So whereas the companies will be selling through only by one intermediary, only by one intermediary, and they won't give any approval to the anybody else. In that case, you can able to call these as a one level distribution channel. And the second one, producer, whereas here involvement of the wholesaler and retailers also. And this will be called as two level channel. Now, regularly, whatever products we are using, like an FMCG or consumer products and durable, whatever it is, all these products are mostly which is going to be comes from mostly all these are going to be comes from the channel of two level only. Now here you can able to find out like a soaps, oil, cloth, rice, sugar. All these things are will be produced by the one manufacturers and through different sort of intermediaries, which is going to be entering or which is going to be available in the market. Next, three level channel. In this term itself, they mention very clearly. Just a minute. So here also they mention very clearly the three level channel is everybody will involve. This is like a long walk. Whereas if you want to sell your products, you need to be fulfilled by the wholesaler, retailers, or if in case having any kind of intermediaries called as a agents, brokers, everybody will be involving. And mostly these kind of products where the demand is going to be very, very low, or where the competition is very, very high. In those kind of industries generally will involve by the all the three levels of the people. I just remember one thing, where demand is very, very low or high rate of competition, generally in those industries or those kind of sectors will be following by these three level channels. Next, what are the objectives of the channel selection? Now you just imagine, if you are a producer of some X product, how you will select this is the right distribution channel to me. Like direct distribution is suitable or good for me, or I can go for the indirect. Indirect also like a one channel, two channel, or three channel. So what kind of channel I need to be select, which is suitable for my industry? How I can able to select by following by these kind of terms, objectives. So here The first objective of channel selection is to stimulate the channel members. Why we need to be stimulated? For the sake of to increase or the greater effort of the sales. So far, I'm following only by zero level or the direct level of distribution channel. Now, last 10 years we are following by the same direct distribution channel. And this time we'll see a try. If we are going for the indirect, whether the sales volume will be increase or decrease. Because we are taking the help of the indirect also. So we are following anyway direct and as well as by the indirect also. By following of the indirect, whether the sales volume is increasing or decreasing. If in case increasing, and 0% defects or negative feedback because of following by the indirect. So this is the right choice of your company to follow by the both the way of sales. So that is why even best example you can see like cooking oil. The doctors also will suggest us don't go with continue use of one cooking oil. 3 months once, 6 months once you please change. That will be good for your heart. So here also, by because of you are doing a trial and error or selecting another channel, which may benefit, which may helpful for your company also. So we can choose any one thing. Okay, guys. Anyway, the objectives